and welcome to the very first episode of A Couple of Architects, a podcast by Ep1 Studio, where we will be discussing all things design. My name is Sarah Stubbs Dahl, and I am a co-founder, director, and architect at Ep1. In today's very first episode, I will be joined by my fellow co-founder, JP Dahl, to share more about the origin of our story and how we came to be. You will get to know our core values and the exciting history behind our firm, which is more than just architecture. It is a story of partnership and passion from very early on collaborations. I'm Sarah Stubbs. I am co-founder and director of Ep1 Studio. I'm one of the principals, and my main sort of role in the company is sort of people management, if I can put it that way. I, make sure the projects run on time, that the team is happy, that we've got everything all in line that we need to get done to make a project happen, and that's sort of my main role.
I'm Jean-Paul Dahl. I'm co-founder and director of Ep1 Studio, and my role at Ep1 is definitely geared around the design side of things. I have this hyper focus in design, so I tend to lean towards that and let Sarah just really manage the operational side, the design operational side of the business, which is very important in today's ever-changing and fast-paced world.
Yeah, absolutely. I think people always want to know how did our studio come to be. And it's quite an interesting story because it happened really organically in a way. So we met in university the first day of first year. JP sat next to me, and it was just a great friendship from that moment on.
And I think my OCD came out like as soon as we met.
Yes.
Because I even pointed out your chipped nails or something, which is classic.
Yeah. That was great first impression, I must say. But it kind of all came to a head in masters when we were put on the same project together. And
it's like 6 years later. Yeah, or something.
And we realized it worked so well, that kind of collaboration between the two of us, and we balanced each other out a lot. It kind of just happened, like I said, organically. We got these very, very small little projects that we did on the side while studying, straight after varsity, when we were working full time. We were working together, little bits and little bits.
But the relationship at university before we started dating was kind of seamless, and I think it made that collaboration between us a lot easier. And we found out then that we worked really well together.
Yeah. Absolutely. It was just a very good blend. We're very good at balancing each other out. Where JP shines and where he struggles, we're able to kind of fit the gaps that each other maybe has missing. And then I think, we were part of the kind of great resignation of 2020.
The COVID resignation.
Yeah. And it kind of became a seamless thing. We left our full-time very corporate careers at a very big firm, and we were like, what do we do now?
We had no work lined up at all.
Yeah. And JP had always wanted to have his own studio. It's been a dream of him since I've known him, and I was like, well, if not now, when? Let's do it. And it started very, very small with us just...
We were collaborating with other architectural firms, like leveraging from our lounge or our dining room or an Airbnb while we were traveling. And it was that collaboration with other architects that kind of brought on the initial name of Ep1.
So Ep1 is actually an acronym. I think it's called an acronym.
It's kind of, yeah.
It's short for A Couple of Architects. And the whole notion around that is, obviously, yes, we are a couple, but it's this idea that we always envisioned that the firm would become this collaboration of people. So it'll be a couple of architects, a couple of designers, all working together. We love the notion of collaboration, and it is at the core of everything that we do. When we work with clients, it's collaborative. When we work with with our team members, it's collaborative.
Other consultants.
The hierarchical nature is not something that we're massively fond of. So we always encourage our team to question, to tell us we're wrong when they don't like something, to put their ideas forward.
And it's that blurring of hierarchy that I think makes us so strong and so unique at what we do.
Absolutely.
And I think it makes people comfortable being in that seat, designing, having a voice while they do it. And it adds not only to the experience of our team, but also the way that the end user experiences our design as well, because even the client is involved in the process.
Yes.
Like that's a collaboration, a whole nother collaboration on its own.
Absolutely. So we're very open to like different ways of working with clients. Not all of our projects are that very traditional. Here's a design, we go away for 8 weeks and we give you a big presentation at the end. We like to take the clients along the journey with us if that's something that they're interested in.
Yes.
And constantly getting feedback. I think it's really cool when we look now, we're in 2024 and we started this in 2020 to how we've grown. And I have to pinch myself a little bit sometimes, because it was really the two of us sitting at our dining room table and at Airbnbs, like random tables on the floor, like just grafting on our old computers, trying to make it work. And now we have a team of 12 people based in 3 different cities, across 2 countries, all working remotely but very collaboratively together on projects all over the world. And it's quite exciting to have seen that, have gone through that.
To watch that growth, yeah. And it's been so organic, and everyone, it's exactly what like a couple of architects means, right? We all involved in this together. We all architects, we all have the same voice, and we want to be heard. We want our ideas and our opinions to be heard. And I think that has really transformed the way we've been working previously for other architectural firms, into something that I think is really bright for the future of EcoArch.
And quite unique. I mean, I think it's very important when we talk about like the collaboration, the values that we like to carry through that. And whenever we're designing, it's massively about the human experience, the emotional side of a buildings. Architecture is something that every single person experiences and every single person has an opinion on, because every single person has sat in a building and lived in it or used it. So everyone is an expert in architecture, and that has been the underpinning sort of value of our whole company, is how can we take that experience and enhance it and make it better. And the only way to do that is through collaboration of a multitude of different people, understanding different people's lived experiences.
And architecture doesn't discriminate either. So why should we as designers, and especially at EcoArch, discriminate? Sure, we can question, and we do question a lot, but it's that nature of questioning that gets everyone involved, and we like to hear their opinions. And I think it's a bright future because of that.
Because we have a phenomenally, is that a word?
Yeah, it is now.
a phenomenal team, and they're super talented.
And to see the growth from a year ago, when we started seeing this organic, natural growth, to where we are now, it's not even comparable.
I know.
So imagine now, over the next year, all the exciting things that are coming up. I can't wait. Maybe we're sitting back here in a year's time, and we got a bigger story to tell.
I'm super excited.
That's all for today. Thank you for listening to our podcast, A Couple of Architects by EcoArch. To stay updated with our latest projects, podcasts, and news, please follow us on Instagram at EcoArch_studio. That is ACOARCH_studio. Or sign up for our newsletter on our website at ecoarchstudio.com.